Steve, thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Jake.
Tell me all about your involvement in the Fisherman's Blues Revue shows. These are coming up in sort of the back half of the summer, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we're on the road something like the end of August, the early September. I think it's about 10 or 11 shows around Britain, Ireland, and Europe. And it's on the back of a new album called Atlantic Rain, which has been released by Chrysalis Records. We recorded so much material back 40 years ago in 1986 and 7, 85, 6, 7 for the Fisherman's Blues record. So they're finding all this old material. We recorded something like 90 songs. So it's really great, exciting to get back with the band. I've been away now for about 3 or 4 years, and it'll be great to see my old pals again and make music.
Well, that's the thing. You're on and off performing with them, aren't you? But and we were just saying you did the Adult Festival with them about 10 years ago. But yeah, I do. How much rehearsal do you need when you go back to then do a live show with them?
I think we have booked in something like a week of rehearsals in Dublin, so I probably need a bit. I mean, most of it will come back to me because I spent 30 years playing with the Waterboys, so I know the songs fairly well, especially the old Fisherman's Blues songs. But no, I will have to do rehearsal, and as I said, it's a week's rehearsal. So Steve Earle is coming on board. I imagine we'll have to practice with Steve and see what his songs are, and he'll have to practice with us and figure out how to play on our song. So I imagine it'll be a procedure, yeah.
Well, the Fisherman's Blues album came out in 1988. It's one of the classic albums of the decade. What are your memories from making that album back in the mid 80s?
Well, it was a great time. I was a young man, a bit like yourself, around about in my mid 20s, and we were just completely immersed in the music. We were making music from early morning to late at night, every day, all day, for 2 or 3 years. So it meant playing lots of gigs. It meant being in the recording studio for nearly the best part of a year, really. And it's just immersed in the whole business of being in a band and going out with our mates and playing around the world and exciting times, really.
So is this
Yeah.
tour going to be the album in full?
I'm just coming back as the fiddle player who played on the original record, so I wait to be told what I'm going to do yet. So I don't know. Uh, I've no idea what the songs are. I can imagine it'll be some of the classics like Fisherman's Blues, obviously, and some of the songs like "We Will Not Be Lovers" and the songs on that record. I do hope we get to things like "Sweet Thing" and other songs. I mean, it's up to Mike really what he wants to do. So I don't know yet. I haven't got the list. I haven't got the menu.
Well, Strange Boat is my favorite of that one, I think.
Strange, but
Yeah.
okay, great, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, well, my dad's a big fan of the Waterboys. He grew up in Ballyclare, just north of Belfast.
Okay,
So
right,
he would have been immersed in Irish music.
yeah, not like you.
No, not quite. I mean, I like to think that I listen to enough Irish music, to be fair. I tell you who's
Yeah.
brilliant at the moment, the Mary Olipers.
Oh yeah, I see a banjo over your left hand shoulder, over your shoulder there. So that says a lot to me.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
It's a five
the
string
five
rather than four
string.
string. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
cool.
yeah, I do. I like that's why I do the folk music show here
Right.
on Nerve Radio because it's got I think there's a lot of young upcoming folk musicians and singer-songwriters at the moment, aren't there? And that's really
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Do you know Lankum?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
They
brilliant,
live
aren't
near
they?
me. Yeah, there's so many great songs, so many great bands, and in England too. The Unthanks, I love the Unthanks, and so many great new musicians coming up. It's fantastic.
Well, yes, it's incredible. I was with the Unthanks a couple of weeks ago actually, and they've done this show. And tell you what, someone from Ireland I really love is Muireann Bradley. Do you know her?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, lovely guitar player from
yeah.
Donegal. Fantastic. Yeah,
And it says a lot about the young music scene. Actually, she's younger than me.
yeah. Well, there is a very strong traditional scene in Ireland, as you know. The kind of the we have the flageola and we have all the Irish traditional music, and it's like the phenomena of the flageola. If you get to go and see it, it's in Belfast this year. and it's like 500. I don't know how many people, millions of people, but I think there's something like 50,000 musicians,
Yeah.
50,000 musicians, all playing and jamming together. So it's a cultural phenomena. You can go around the world, you not see that. It should be UNESCO protected. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Steve Earle and his involvement with this Fisherman's Blues Reviews tour because I'm such a big Steve Earle fan, and he's coming to do these dates. He's going to do a few of his own songs. He's going to join the Waterboys band for the evening. I mean, he's great, isn't he?
Oh, Steve is wonderful. I mean, amazing American. I hate to use the word icon, but he is an American icon at this stage. And I played with him a couple of times. Myself and Mike have kind of guested with him in New York, and I think the Cambridge Folk Festival, or a couple of times anyway over the years. And he's a lovely guy, fantastic songwriter. I love that song, you know, about immigrants that he sings. We're all immigrants. Amazing songs. Um, Steve will bring a lot to the Waterboys. He was a big fan, I know, of the Waterboys, and he used to do a cover in his band of "When Will We Be Married." So there's a love, you know, there's a lovely relationship between us and Steve. I wait to see and looking forward to see that really.
And you play with so many people, don't you? You played with U2, Elvis Costello, and then you were back in April. You were with Shannon, weren't you?
I did a gig with Sharon. We played a charity gig for the Simon community in Dublin for homeless people, and it was an amazing night. We had Bob played with Bob Geldof. I was in the Boomtown Rats for about 20 minutes, 10 minutes, as we did. So you probably don't know who the Boomtown Rats are, but anyway, Bob Geldof's great band, and they did Rat Trap and all that. We did Rat Trap, so I was amazed and happy to be there. Yeah, Sharon's an old friend. We met 30, 40 years ago when we were making, just after Fisherman's Blues, she came on board for the next Waterboys record, which was called Room to Roam. And we've been mates ever since, really.
Yeah, I saw her at Crop Reading Festival a few years ago, and she was brilliant.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah.
Well, away from the music, you've got an arts degree, don't you? You've actually got a degree in fine art.
I have, Jake. I don't know how you noticed that, but yes, I have. When COVID happened, I went back to college. I left school straight into a band. Well, I went to the bank for a couple of years, but I've been in bands since my early 20s, and I decided, oh, we were off the road, and I didn't know what to do. We were completely off the road, so I decided I'd take the opportunity and go back to college. So I went back into the fine arts degree. My wife's a painter, and my daughter also has a degree in art. So I thought, oh, great opportunity, and it was. It was one of the most an old guy, to go in and make art. But I've discovered a new passion that I really love. Yeah,
Yeah, what do you love about it?
I just love messing with paint and color, and um, I can get really lost. I can go in and start to work on a painting or some kind of design, and a whole day will gone by, and I don't know where it's gone. I just really I step outside time with it, and that's what I love,
Oh,
among other
amazing.
things. Yeah, when you get, they say you get in the flow. If you're lucky enough to find something, whatever it is, it might be just fixing up old motorbikes, or it could be painting a room, or whatever it is that gets you in the flow. It's a wonderful thing, and for me, it's sitting down with some paints and paper. Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, what's the plan after this Waterboys tour? I know your other band, No Crows, have got new music on the way and they're planning a tour for next year.
Well, Jake, to tell you the truth, I'm talking to you now from Germany, where I'm in the midst of doing music for a play called Refuge in the State Theatre in Mainz. And that show is going to travel. So we're going to go back to Ireland during the Dublin Theatre Festival, which is in October, just after the Waterboys tour. And then it comes back to Germany to tour. And then I'm involved in another play with the same playwright, a beautiful Irish playwright called Deirdre Kinnahan. And so we're involved in another play in November, and that shows in November. And then I've got some art exhibition, and so I'm really busy. Actually, I'm busiest year for a long time.
Oh, that's great to hear. Well, Steve Wickham is going to be touring with the Waterboys and Steve Earle as part of the Fisherman's Blues Revue tour later this summer. Steve, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Jake, and good luck with your show, and good luck with the music. I mean, folk music is where it's at, as far as I'm concerned. Just tell the truth. Three chords on the truth, as Bono says, or somebody says.